here today?
Good, thanks.
I'm really glad that you're here to join us today. Eunice is with an organization called Gate Zero. It's a new game that's coming out that allows you to narratively live through the time of Jesus. I would imagine that Gate Zero, of course, stands for year zero. Am I right?
Yes.
I'm correct. Yeah.
There's a few meanings for Gate Zero.
It has multiple.
There are 8 gates around Jerusalem, like the ancient Jerusalem.
Okay.
And the time machine that you travel into to Jerusalem is like that 0 gate, the negative gate that doesn't exist, kind of.
Okay, I got you.
And also a whole game is about going back in time to discover Jesus and hear the words from the horse's mouth. So in a way, it's like going back to 0.
Okay, I love that. I love that. So we've had esports, we've had content creators, live streamers, that sort of stuff. But Eunice represents an organization that is not just in creating content after the game is released, but is in creating the game itself and allowing the world of video games to be able to impact people by telling the story of Christ in a way that a lot of people who are gamers will actually engage with it when they won't come to church or whenever they would never open their Bible. So we understand what Gate Zero means. You just tell us a little about yourself and what you guys are doing at Gate Zero, why you think it's important, how you got started on this journey.
Yeah, so our journey started in 2020. We'll get Bible X at Gate Zero. Bible X is the name of the game studio. It's actually part of a larger nonprofit organization called BCC Media that has been making media content for next generation, for children and young people for years. And what we do is we create these interactive experiences for young people live, like where they come in and, we really believe in immersing them with all their senses, so they're there. And when they're at these live experiences, often people are on their phones. Not a single person's on their phones. You can hear a pin drop. That's the kind of effect we have in those events. And so in 2020, these young people that we're serving were studying the letter to the Hebrews, like a Bible study with animation videos and things like that. And our whole goal was right at the end, there's going to be an epic show where, because in Hebrews it's written a lot of, you can say technical things about this, the service in the temple and things like that, people don't really quite visualize today. So we decided to make a 3D model where people could, during that live show, they would be able to go in and experience it live on the large LED screen and all that. And then the year is 2020, so you know what happened. So, there was no live show, it was canceled. So we were left with this large model. So we're thinking, what we're all about is actually looking into new avenues to reach, especially youth and children, considering how they consume media these days and how short of an attention span they have. So we thought gaming is what we've always wanted to go into. And because of how unique that year was, we really had the time to dig deep into that. And that's how the game began. It's been 3 years since then. It's been a lot of hard work. It's been actually amazing how God has just brought the right people into our journey, and we've been growing since then. Right now, as I speak, 2 weeks ago, our Instagram suddenly just blew up and went crazy, and I just checked the stats, and we're at 103,000 followers there. But in the past 2 weeks, we've reached 6.5 million unique accounts just with our content. 6.5 million. And honestly, I have to say, it's all God. We post these videos, and you know how social media works. You can't control the algorithm. It just it does its thing, and it does its thing continually. So my phone is full of dings of people writing, and it's just amazing. That's not the only thing. It's taken off on TikTok as well. And honestly, I just think we know this is what God wants us to do, and we're here for it. And it's hard work. I don't think there really is any other game like that out there, and for many reasons. Obviously, it's expensive to make. It's hard work. There are a lot of pitfalls, but we want to do it. We want to do it for all the youth and everyone else out there who are not youth age, who struggle to read the Bible, struggle to understand how that applies to them, and read Jesus' parables, for example, and just seems foreign because it's not something that it's an example that's used in modern day life.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing this.
I love that. So one of the things that I love about Gate Zero is it goes to a lot of lengths to root the Bible in the culture in which it was in. And so often inside of even our churches and inside of our Christian circles, right, there's so much that is pulled out of the context that it was written in, and it's really hard to then re-immerse people into it. And I love groups like the Bible Project and others who are working really hard to reroute the scriptures in the ancient time that it was in. And what I love about Gate Zero is it doesn't just give you the ability to go and experience the first world. It also gives you an opportunity to go into that year zero and walk about and explore it and understand a bit of the culture and the music and the environment that Jesus may have walked in. And as someone who's been in the streets of Jerusalem, I can just say that like not a lot has changed there in the past couple thousand years. And it's really accurate in terms of just looking at the environment that you're walking through, even in the demo that they have. And just to be clear, they're not the first people to try to create a Bible-centric experience using video games, but I think they're the first one that me or LTM would be comfortable partnering with. And so there's a lot of people who've done it wrong. And we really firmly believe that Gate Zero is on track to do it really, really well. We're really honored and privileged to have you guys here and to be part of it. So guys, please stop in after today or tomorrow and check out what they're doing with Gate Zero. Check out the game that they're developing and how they're immersing people, not just in the biblical narrative, but in the biblical world, which is so powerful to understand what the scriptures mean and the teachings of Jesus, like the impact that they would have actually had on the people that they were spoken to. So Eunice, thanks so much for being here, and thanks so much for the project that you're working on. Appreciate you.